pretty much everyone here, or at least I hope everyone here, the thing we all agree on is that we all support women's freedom and women's right to choose, or maybe we don't, and that we all agree absolutely that women shouldn't be oppressed. However, when I think about it, you start thinking about all the symbols of patriarchy, and if you think about all the ways that women may or may not be oppressed in society today, look, there's a whole list of things that we could start banning. And I put a fair bit of thought into this list. And it took a while actually to order them because I've tried to put them into priority. And so if we're going to get out the laws and we're going to start banning things, well, I've got my list and the burqa's not in the top 10. And so let's start with them. And I know this will reveal some of my prejudices, and I'm going to admit that up front, and there are some of them, and they're going to come out.
I'm not going to like this list.
No, you're not going to like it, Amanda. So people will have to put up with my prejudices. I'm happy to own them. First of all, breast implants. They should be banned. They should be absolutely banned. Why is it that women today in our society want to be mutilated? Because that's what it is. Having surgery, intrusive surgery to have breast implants is a very, very serious step. It's not some small thing that happens. It's surgery. Any type of surgery is dangerous to any human who decides to do it. Now, I'm not talking about breast reductions because there might be some good reasons why women need to do that for medical reasons. But breast implants, what's wrong with small breasts? What's wrong with them? I'm in favour of them. They're good things. That people should be proud of who they are. People should not have to mutilate themselves. Having breast implants is dangerous. And let's face it, I believe, I know it's controversial, but the reason why women do it isn't because other women are going around going, look, you've got small tits and I don't like you because of that. It's in order to make them look more attractive to men. That is the real reason why women do it. Many women will say, no, that's not the case. It's just to make me feel better about myself. I say that's internalised patriarchy or internalised oppression, and that's the real reason why women do have breast implants. So number one, I say that should be banned. Number two, plastic surgery. Plastic surgery should certainly be banned, except in circumstances where it is necessary for medical reasons or in severe cases with people who are born with congenital issues, or for that matter, have a terrible accident. Other than that, elective plastic surgery for women and for men for that matter, I believe the same reasons with breast implants should be banned. It is a vanity, it's an egotism, it's also a sign of women's oppression and the fact that we feel as though we've got to change what we look like in order to please the other. And let's face it, the other is not other women, it is actually men. And if it is other women, it's only because we want to look better than them in order to compete over men. So secondly, that should be banned. Thirdly, and I'll have to sort of shuffle around these priorities, diets. Diets should be banned. Diets cause people to die. People die of anorexia. People do so because of severe internalised oppression, and they do so because of the unrealistic views that get put about how women should look, about sizes that are just not achievable, which leads to young women to develop serious psychiatric issues and to starve themselves to death. What could be more serious in terms of women's oppression than people dying because of it? That diets should be banned. All the fads, all of them should be banned, diets. Next, solariums. Solariums should also be banned, and that is because people also die from solariums. They get skin cancer, and they're doing so also to look good for men, to make themselves more attractive, and again, they're causing harm to themselves because of this reason. So solariums should be banned. I'm sorry about this, Amanda, but Botox should be banned. Should be. We're injecting poison into ourselves. That's what Botox is. It is poison. And we're happily doing that so that we don't have wrinkles when we're 25. What madness is this? What type of Western society has developed a situation where young people are saying, give me Botox for my birthday? That is a serious sign of a fucked up society, and that it is something that we do need to consider in terms of how bad it's got in terms of women's oppression. Again, Amanda, you're not going to like this, but high heels are definitely out. High heels are out. High heels cause permanently the muscles in the back of your legs, your calf muscles, to shrink, your actual tendons to shrink. So if you wear high heels for long enough, you no longer can walk properly. Isn't that sick? It actually deforms you by wearing high heels. Not only that, you can't run in high heels. I don't think it's a good idea for people not to be able to run in high heels. Why is it that high heels cause you not to be able to run? It's a sign of oppression. It obviously is. And of course people wear high heels because they say it makes their legs look good. It's not because, that we're all hoping that we look at each other's legs. It's really because we want to look good to men. And that is causing women harm as well, high heels. I'm only up to number 4, more than that, number 5. Dresses. Dresses should be banned. I know this is going extreme, but dresses are stupid. Let's face it. You can't walk properly in them. You can't run properly in them. You can't sit properly in them. Well, you can, but no one wants to see. I think that dresses are also a sign really about, it's meant to be about access, sexual access basically, isn't it? And so I think dresses are something that should be banned. Makeup is out as far as I'm concerned. The issue with lipstick we all know is meant to make your lips look like something that, we all don't want to think about. It's about attracting men. And it's about, all the things they say about the burqa. They say, we can't see what women really look like. We can't see what the woman really is. Well, how do we see what women really are like when they've got makeup on? You don't. You see a false idea of who someone is, an idealised idea of that. There's only 2 other things I've got on my list of banning, and one is ridiculous TV shows that degrade and stereotype women. They should be banned. Now, I don't know exactly what they are, but I have heard they're things like Desperate Housewives and Ladettes to Ladies and other things like that. I'll move on quickly. My final thing on my list is shaving body hair. That should also be banned. What is wrong with women having hair? What is so stupid about this idea about women being hairless beings? It's bullshit. It's not who we are. Why should we have to change ourselves in order to suit the other? So when you compare all of these 10 things, and you think about a piece of cloth, because that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the burqa, and you compare that to surgery, which mutilates people, and people want to make that their number one priority in terms of, overcoming women's oppression, I think something is seriously wrong. If we're going to go ban the burqa, I could think of another 10 things before I got anywhere near that. So in the end, women would be appalled if they heard anyone say that you should ban high heels or you should ban any of those other things. They would be appalled and they would say this: who has got the right to choose what I wear and why I wear what I wear? Who's got the right to do that? And we can't, on one hand, say, well, people have got a right to do silly things like wear dresses and wear high heels or do any of those things, even have breast implants. We can't say that women have the right to choose on one hand, and on the other hand, say, well, they can't wear certain things, including a hijab and including a burqa. So I'm going to conclude at that and say that there is really no choice in all this. You've got to come to a conclusion in the scale of oppression. There's many things to talk about. And in the end, women themselves as individuals and as a group have a right to choose about who they are and what they do.